Just to let everyone know, Taylor and I got engaged last week. We wanted to keep it a secret from everyone because we wanted some privacy. I proposed to her in a location that I won't mention, but that location holds a special place in both our hearts. And she said yes and started crying her eyes out. And I was going to propose to her if we won the Super Bowl. But as you guys know, the Eagles absolutely destroyed us and our awful O-line, so I had to delay the proposal an extra couple weeks.
Taylor Swift wasn't about to wait around forever, and now it looks like she didn't have to. Because after months of swirling rumors and subtle clues, Travis Kelce has finally put a ring on it. But here's the real tea. Insiders are saying this wasn't just some spontaneous, romantic gesture. Oh no. Taylor allegedly gave him an ultimatum. Either he locked it down, or she was gone. And just like that, the Kansas City Chiefs star tight end found himself making the biggest play of his life. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Travis just confirmed that he and Taylor got engaged last week, but don't think for a second that this was all sunshine and roses behind the scenes. They kept it quiet at first, wanting to enjoy their moment without the world breathing down their necks. But the timing of it all, a little too convenient, because according to some sources close to the couple, this proposal was supposed to happen right after the Super Bowl. That is, until Travis and his team fumbled the bag, losing to the Philadelphia Eagles and sending him into a tailspin. And let's be real, Taylor isn't exactly known for sticking around in relationships that don't serve her. So when the Super Bowl loss delayed the proposal, people started whispering. Was she getting impatient? Was she ready to walk away? If there's one thing we know about Taylor, it's that she's not the type to wait around for a man to make up his mind. So when the proposal finally happened, it wasn't just a romantic moment, it was a strategic move. This love story didn't just happen overnight. It was a slow burn, one that started with a little crush, a failed attempt, and then, against all odds, turned into something huge. Back in late 2023, whispers started floating around about Taylor and Travis spending time together, but nobody could quite pin down how it all started. Turns out, Travis had been crushing on Taylor for a while, and he wasn't afraid to shoot his shot. It all began when Travis showed up at one of Taylor's era's tour concerts, hoping to meet her. He even tried to give her a friendship bracelet with his number on it. Bold move, right? But it didn't work. Taylor never got the bracelet. And just like that, it seemed like his grand plan had flopped. But here's the thing, Travis isn't the type to give up that easily. Somewhere along the way, that persistence paid off. They ended up connecting later, and from that moment on, it was game over.
It's helped me relate to a lot of people, so I always have fun, man. When I tell you I'm always trying to have fun, always trying to, brighten the room that I'm in. And when I was younger, I was a competitor on the field, but I wasn't fueling my profession or my career. I was just out there just winging it and having fun.
The chemistry was undeniable. And once they were together, they were together. No hiding, no sneaky back doors, no disguises. They showed up for each other. Taylor at Chiefs games, screaming from the stands like his biggest fan, and Travis at her concerts, soaking in the energy of her world. And let's be real, this wasn't just any relationship. It was a power couple moment where the biggest pop star on the planet and one of the NFL's most charismatic players collided. A perfect mix of music and sports, two worlds merging into one. But was it really all as effortless as it seemed? Or was there more happening behind the scenes? When Travis Kelce finally decided to propose, he didn't just wing it, he strategized. This wasn't some last-minute decision. And it definitely wasn't the flashy, stadium-sized spectacle people might have expected from an NFL star. No, he went for something much more intimate, something that would really mean something to Taylor. And after weeks of planning, he pulled off a moment she would never forget. He made sure everything was just right, down to the smallest detail. Taylor's closest friends and family, they were in the loop, but sworn to secrecy. The location, a secluded, private garden that held deep sentimental value for them. Not some over-the-top proposal in front of thousands of screaming fans. No flashing cameras or viral moments. Just the two of them, away from the noise, where it actually mattered. And, of course, music had to be a part of it. That was their thing, the bond that first brought them together. while the specifics are still under wraps. Insiders say there was a special playlist involved, songs that meant something to them, moments from their relationship woven into the soundtrack of the night. The setting? Straight out of a fairy tale, but without the Hollywood-level extravagance. Fairy lights, candles, and Taylor's favorite flowers filled the garden, creating an atmosphere that was simple yet completely her. It wasn't about impressing the world. It was about her, about making sure she knew that he got her, that he understood what would make this moment perfect. And clearly, he did. And then the moment, the one Taylor had been waiting for, the one Travis had been building toward.
I think it's just, I think it just happened organically. It was just like, hey man, what are you doing? You're about to go to Vegas and play golf? All right, let's do it.
Really?
And it's been awesome since he's been in Kansas City. He doesn't get enough credit for the type of leader that he is, the type of just personable guy he is in the locker room, and it's on and off the field.
With the soft glow of fairy lights surrounding them and the air thick with anticipation, he dropped to one knee. And what he said next, it wasn't some rehearsed, picture-perfect speech. It was raw. It was real. It was him. Travis laid it all out there. How Taylor changed everything for him. How from the second they truly connected, he knew she was it. That this wasn't just another love story, but the love story. The one that made everything else make sense. He didn't hold back. Didn't try to be the cool, confident athlete the world sees on game day. This was different. This was personal. And Taylor, she wasn't ready for just how much it would hit her. Because as much as she spent her life writing love stories, crafting lyrics that capture every shade of heartbreak and devotion, this moment, these words, left her speechless. Tears welled up in her eyes as she listened, taking in every single word. Close sources say she later described it as the most beautiful thing she had ever heard. But it wasn't just tears. There was laughter, little, breathless giggles between them, breaking up the overwhelming weight of the moment. There was love, so much of it, pouring out in a way that felt genuine, not staged, not for the cameras. It was just them, two people who had found something real in the middle of their chaotic, larger-than-life worlds. And when she finally said yes, it was like everything clicked into place. Now let's talk about the ring, because you know this wasn't going to be some cookie-cutter, oversized, celebrity-style rock that screams, "Look at me." Travis could have gone big, could have dropped a fortune on something massive just to flex, but that's not what he did. Instead, he went thoughtful, intentional. He designed something just for Taylor, something that meant something. Sources say the ring is vintage-inspired, classic, elegant, timeless. Not the kind of jewelry that's just for show, but the kind that actually feels like her.
He's got the and Nags obviously had a stint in Chicago, but him being back, man, his energy and his ability to teach the certain plays that he's teaching in terms of the pass game, man, it just makes it so much easier on guys, especially on like a transition year where we got a lot of new faces in the wide receiver room. You can't say enough about how the coaching staff has made it easy for guys to come in, learn the offense, and play free, man.
An intricately detailed band, an elegant center diamond, and little touches that nod to Taylor's love for understated beauty. It's not about the price tag, it's about the meaning. And that's what makes it perfect. And Taylor, she was obsessed. She reportedly couldn't stop staring at it, saying it was exactly what she wanted, that she'd cherish it forever. No staged reaction, no exaggerated gasps for the cameras, just pure real love for a piece of jewelry that wasn't just a ring. It was a symbol, a promise, a moment frozen in time. And honestly, that says more than any giant, flashy diamond ever could. The second Travis asked, there was no hesitation, no dramatic pause, no overthinking, just a joyful, overwhelming yes. Because for Taylor, this wasn't a question she needed to think about. According to those close to her, she called it the easiest decision of her life. No doubts, no second guessing, just certainty. Travis isn't just her fiancé. He's her best friend, her partner, her true love, the person who, despite the craziness of both their worlds, makes everything feel right. And in that moment, nothing else mattered. Not the fame, not the headlines, not the millions of eyes constantly watching their every move. It was just them. After the proposal, there was no over-the-top, star-studded engagement party. No immediate social media announcement. Instead, they did what actually mattered. They spent the evening together, just the two of them, celebrating privately, soaking in the moment. Because at the end of the day, beyond all the noise, this is what their love is really about. If there was any doubt about how their loved ones felt about this engagement, it disappeared the second the news broke, because everyone close to Taylor and Travis was over the moon. Their families, their friends, their entire inner circle, they had all seen this coming.
I've only played myself in those shows, though. It's definitely different portraying a character and trying to find the emotions in everything and the understanding of a script and the scene. But it's a challenge. I feel like an amateur right now, but I'm coachable. That's one thing I know from being in sports. I am a coachable guy.
And they couldn't be happier. Taylor's closest friends, ecstatic. Selena Gomez and Blake Lively, two of her ride-or-die besties, were reportedly among the first to know. And their reactions? Pure joy. They've been there for Taylor through everything, the heartbreaks, the highs, the lows. So seeing her genuinely happy, with someone who gets her, meant everything. And over on Travis's side, his brother, Jason Kelce, wasn't just happy, he was proud. If there's anyone who knows Travis better than anyone, it's Jason. And according to sources, he's been saying that Taylor is exactly what his brother needed. Someone who loves and supports him, not just as an athlete, but as a person. A partner who's in it for him, not the fame, not the career, just him. And that's the thing. This isn't just another Hollywood romance or a whirlwind celebrity engagement. The people who actually know them, they see how real this is. And from every corner of their lives, one thing is clear. This engagement isn't just exciting. It's right. The moment Taylor confirmed the engagement, the internet broke. Fans lost it. And honestly, can you blame them? This wasn't just any celebrity engagement. This was Taylor Swift, the woman who's written the soundtrack to millions of people's love lives, finally getting her own fairy tale moment. And Swifties, they were not calm. Twitter, or X as it's called now, the let's be real, everyone still calls it Twitter, exploded. Timeline after timeline flooded with excitement, congratulations, and sheer disbelief. The hashtag trailer engagement, yes, a mashup of Travis and Taylor, started trending worldwide within minutes. If there was ever proof that these two are a cultural reset, this was it. And, of course, the memes came rolling in. Fans pulled up their favorite Travis and Taylor moments. The way she cheers him on at games. The way he looks at her when he thinks no one's watching.
I have a beautiful life, man. I have loved ones. I have the most amazing family in the world that supports me in everything that I do. And they were all there, you know, cheering me on and hoping for the best on Sunday, man. I just have to tip my hat to the Eagles. They were firing on all cylinders coming out, and it just felt like we never had control over what was going on in that game.
The absolute energy of their relationship. Some even joke that Taylor was living out the ultimate rom-com plot. NFL star falls for pop queen. Sounds like something straight out of a movie. But while everyone was celebrating, the speculation immediately started. People need details. When's the wedding? Where is it happening? What's Taylor going to wear? Even though the couple has made it very clear they're keeping things private, that hasn't stopped fans from playing detective, piecing together clues, analyzing every move, hoping for just one hint about what's next. So, what's next for Taylor and Travis? Well, don't expect them to spill too much, because if there's one thing they don't want, it's a circus. They've made it very clear that when it comes to their wedding, it's going to be theirs. Private, meaningful, no over-the-top Hollywood spectacle, no live-streamed event, no chaotic media frenzy, just a celebration with the people who actually matter. Sources say they're planning something intimate, something that reflects who they really are as a couple. Sure, they could rent out a castle, shut down an island, or have a wedding that makes royal ceremonies look small, but that's not what they want. They want real. And if the way Travis proposed is any indication, this wedding is going to be all about love, not just headlines. But before the wedding bells ring, there's work to be done. Taylor is gearing up for the next leg of her Eras tour, Because let's be honest, she's always working, always creating, always giving fans something to scream about. Meanwhile, Travis is locked in, training for another NFL season, determined to get back on top after that crushing Super Bowl loss. And yet, despite their insanely busy schedules, they're proving something big, that their love is strong, that it's real, that it's built to last. Because in a world where celebrity relationships burn out fast, they're making it work. No drama, no doubts. Just two people who found each other and aren't letting go. Travis Kelce's proposal to Taylor Swift wasn't just a romantic moment. It was a statement that this love is real, that it's not just some fleeting Hollywood fling, but something deeper. From the intimate setting to the raw, emotional words he spoke, everything about this proposal proved that Travis knows Taylor, that he gets her in a way that few ever have. And that's why fans are obsessed. Now, as they step into this next chapter, the world is watching. People are already imagining what their wedding will look like, how they'll balance their massive careers, what comes next for the power couple of music and sports. But if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that they're in this for the long haul. So what do you think? Were you expecting this proposal to happen now? Do you believe Taylor really pressured Travis into popping the question? Or was it just meant to be? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is one conversation we need to have.